extra special room is going to be inside the vault.
Am I at a restaurant in a private room, or am I buying diamonds?
The game, game, whatever game is on,
yeah,
it will be on.
Give us your wallet and go have a seat.
We want everything to feel very elevated, very luxurious, very comfortable. I feel like it came together really quickly and pretty seamlessly because you have such a strong brand identity.
So we've been in business since 1986. I don't even know if I've told you all of this. So my mom started it in the 80s in Hattiesburg. And then we moved to Petal, I guess 20 something years ago. In the jewelry industry, I think a lot of people would love to own their own building. Like a freestanding jewelry store is just like end goal. So of course I've had my sights on that for like 17 years. But you know, whenever you're working towards anything, it's like, will that ever happen? A lot of things have to go right all at once for this dream to even like be a possibility. So I just put out into the universe like a year and a half ago, like, if the right building finds me, because I'm more of a renovation girl, you know, like I like to take something existing and make it better.
It's very sustainable.
Yeah, rather than like new construction. Plus like the cost of new construction is also, no thank you.
Yeah.
I was just like, if I find the right building, and I've always dreamed of a bank because of the vault.
Yeah.
Not just to
perfect.
Put all the diamonds, but I just thought like, how cool would it be to have this beautiful vault appointment room? Could you imagine?
No,
like,
I would love to be in the vault looking at diamonds.
I couldn't imagine like sitting in this beautiful room, drinking champagne, looking at diamonds inside a vault, inside a jewelry store.
The dream.
Yeah, so that's just kind of like the vision I always had. And then we like to do events and entertain. So I thought it's the best place to convert the drive-through into a patio, like a covered patio. And then you can open the doors and there's like, you know, champagne flowing or
the
like
indoor outdoor flow. That's
bourbon
so nice.
tastings, like all kinds of stuff. Also, we thought about doing like little influencer events where you can like meet the influencer or an author.
That's so smart.
Yeah, just like tons of reasons to come and like shop, and then also
when you have the space for it.
Yeah, well, we will now.
Well, you will now.
Yeah.
The extra special room is going to be inside the vault. And we want that to feel like a little jewel box moment, like you are inside of a beautiful jewelry box and having champagne and everything's sparkling and glowing. And that's an area we're very, very excited about.
I love that we're actually going to call it the jewel box. So I had this vision like forever of doing an appointment in the vault. And I guess I was picturing like a speakeasy vibe. And I think maybe I've seen that somewhere, and that's where I got the idea. When we first looked at the vault and you were like standing there describing it, and you were like a jewel box. And you're like describing like when you were a kid, the jewelry box.
Open it up. Yeah.
I was like, we're now calling it the jewel box. So now it's appointments in the jewel box. Because I was like,
stuck.
I wanted to book an appointment. And I'm like, I have to do the appointment.
I'm glad that that's stuck.
Yeah. But yeah, when you said it, I was like, oh my gosh. So I like that we changed. I like that it's a little bit more feminine.
The vault feels a little like
go to the vault. Yeah.
But men, we will also have an area for you to hang out. If you're here and your wife, girlfriend, fiance, mother, sister, the woman in your life is shopping and you need to take a load off, you're missing the game, we will have an area just for you. Or women, if this is not your vibe and you want to sit and watch the game, there's an area for you too.
We are officially going to have the game on at the store. This is big.
The game, game, whatever game is on, it will be on.
Yeah.
And there will be a beverage station where you can grab a drink. There will be a comfortable couch where you can sit down, some chairs, so you can relax, you can do your thing. The person you're shopping with can do their thing.
Like give us your wallet and go have a seat. Give me your wallet. You're being punished now.
So we're really excited about this kind of common lounge area, and that's going to be so nice when you have events as well. We're coming up with a concept for the bar to where it can become a service bar. You can have parties and drinks will be flowing and people will be mingling. It's going to be really fun. It'll be adjacent to the outdoor area. So you'll have this really nice flow between indoors and outdoors.
I cannot believe that we're going to have an outdoor area.
It's so cool.
So we currently I've told you, I've shared with you, but in the back of the store, like where most of the team works, there are no windows. All white, overhead lighting.
Color explosion.
Bare floors, everything's neutral. And then, but so we have like just dreamed of windows. So, like an outdoor and like sunlight. So like the fact that we could potentially have like a patio, like what if we had lunch outside?
You're gonna get some vitamin D. It's gonna be so nice.
So you're going to share with us your picks for the jewel box, but how do you select the different elements? Like how do you get started?
The biggest part of getting started is getting to know the client and seeing their personality and seeing how they dress and the things that they wear, because that's so indicative of it's your personal style. And this store is an extension of you. It has your name on it. You're the owner. You're the face of the brand. This store should feel like you when people walk in. So we take a good amount of time getting to know the client, their likes, their dislikes. But then we also do, especially for a commercial project, we do a deep dive into the branding. We look at brand standards, we look at your logo, your color palette, and we make sure that everything is very cohesive so that nothing feels off kilter or disjointed. From there, we start looking at inspiration images. We look at magazines, we look at Pinterest, we visit buildings and businesses that we love in New Orleans, and we take inspiration really from anywhere. And my team and I are constantly texting each other. Look at this color combination, or I found this fabric. And we put that all into a file, and then we start kind of editing out like, no, we don't want that. Yes, let's keep that. And we want to make sure with a building that has multiple rooms, multiple spaces, that there's this common thread through all of them. That might be a color, that might be a pattern repetition, that might be a motif like florals or birds or stripes. And so we want to make sure there's a little element of that in every single room so that you're not walking into a floral room and then you're walking into a geometric room. It helps things flow nicely, and aesthetically, it's just really visually pleasing.
It sounds very similar to designing jewelry.
I'm sure there are.
I'm
sure there are a lot of
go get inspiration, and then we're texting each other all night, all
day.
day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're constantly sending each other things on Pinterest, on Instagram, over text, in our email chat. And then from there, we have a huge sample library at our office: wallpapers, fabrics, fringy trims, carpet samples, and we just start. And they're all organized in a certain way. And we just start pulling things out, and we make piles. We pile things up by room. So we piled up a bunch of options for the man trap. And once we kind of had that motif decided on, it's a lot easier to pull out samples that fit within that idea. But once we have our, piles for each room, then we start going through and editing out and talking about, okay, if this is the first thing that we pulled for the jewel box, this is what we want to center that entire room around, what's going with it. And that's usually how the creative process works, is we pick what we call a hero fabric or a hero wallpaper. Usually it's a wallpaper because that's kind of our thing and we love it. But you start with that hero piece, whether it's the fabric or the wallpaper. Sometimes it's a paint color. We did a room that we wanted to do a chartreuse paint. It's like the shocking green paint, and we built the whole room around this little chartreuse moment. So from there, we start adding in complementary fabrics, paint colors, wallpapers, and we stop and assess as we're going and make sure that everything is flowing nicely and really cohesive. There's always edits. We'll go back the next day and say, no, that's not working, let's change it. But with this project, I feel like it came together really quickly and pretty seamlessly because you have such a strong brand identity. There's the jewelry aspect, so jewel tones were a no-brainer. There's the bridal aspect, so some soft feminine moments. And then there's kind of like this jewel box VIP room aspect, so we wanted to make that really elevated. So it was really, really fun, and we got into a good flow with making our selections, and we're really happy with how it came out.
I'm really happy so far. follow along as Chae from Carter's Collective and Hattie Sparks tear this building apart and make a whole new beautiful jewel box for Hattiesburg. Like and subscribe and comment below and let me know what you'd like to see more of. I think we have enough private rooms covered, but if you have any other ideas too, let me know.